I live in NYC. I am not rich by any means, but I luckily inherited an apartment in my early 20s, so I'm not so poor that I can't afford to splurge for a night if I spend a few months saving for it since I don't pay NYC levels of rent, which I do a few times a year. This time I had my eyes on a pretty exclusive restaurant. For example, I made the reservations for 2 in January. I didn't have a girlfriend or intend on making a date out of this when I made the reservation. Just wanted to casually have fun and enjoy the food and drinks. A few weeks ago, I got a text reminder about my upcoming reservation, and I invited my girlfriend, who I've now been seeing for 5 months. She asked where the reservation was for. I told her, and she said it was too expensive. I told her, of course, it was on my dime, and she still said no, that it was too expensive. She would feel too bad if I spent that much money on her. For the third and final time, I asked her, told her I was paying and wanted to pay for her, and she said no. I asked a few friends, and they all had plans or weren't interested, and then decided I would take my baby brother. So the day of, we got dressed to the nines. We went to our reservation. Afterwards, we went to a fancy hotel and swam around in the pool, walked around the city at 3 a.m., just having fun. Honestly, it was one of the best nights of my life, just being a big kid with adult money with my baby brother. And I told my girlfriend that verbatim when I got back to my apartment the next morning. She stayed the night with our shared cat. I didn't think I did anything wrong initially, but she started bawling her eyes out really heavily and telling me I had no idea how sad it was for her that I went out and had the time of my life while she was alone in my apartment. I asked why she was feeling so sad about it, and she said she thought I was planning something major and romantic, and that she was disappointed that I didn't try harder to get her to go. I didn't know what to do, so I apologized, but reminded her firmly that I invited her multiple times. And she said she really wanted to go, but that she just felt bad that she couldn't pay for herself. I told her that sounds really immature. If I offer to do something and say I want to do it, and you say no, I don't think it's cool to cry to me about how much you wanted to go. I tried to explain this to her, but she just cried harder. I don't know what to do. She has never acted like this. We don't argue at all. This is the healthiest relationship that I've ever seen or been in. I mean, I love her. I am really deeply in love with this girl, and I'm wondering if I handled anything about this the wrong way or insensitively. I told her that she was 10,000% invited on my next excursion, and she said she would think about it, but that this ruined the idea of her going on one with me.